everyone. Welcome to Title the Podcast with Joe.
And Joe.
Welcome back.
And this week we're continuing our conversation from last week about friendship.
Yes, and joining us.
Yeah, my guests kami, my friends.
Our friends. Steph.
Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I have joined the podcast a few times before, and I'm happy to be here.
Talaga ba? Happy siya. And also returning is...
This is Steph, coming back from last week's episode.
Yeah.
Have we decided if Steph's a friend now or still an acquaintance?
Oh my gosh, a lot of
What
things.
level?
What level?
What category?
So Andrea, I don't know if you were able to listen to last week's episode, but we were talking about friendships, and that's why we wanted you here with us today.
Okay.
So as we continue on the discussion on friendships, sabi natin this week, we're going to talk about continuation on the different kinds of friendships. But this time we're going to focus on boundaries in friendships. And what do we mean by boundaries in friendships?
Ooh, boundaries.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yun lang na
first-
tahimik sila.
first-
I don't know that, yeah.
Why would you set a boundary with your friends?
Yeah. What are the
Mm.
reasons behind
Or I
it?
guess, do you need to set boundaries with friendships?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, for me, yes.
Andrea.
I think for any relationships, you have to set boundaries.
Okay, Steph.
No, I don't like the word boundaries.
Oh.
I told you I have a hot take on this topic.
Okay.
Love it.
So we have 3 yeses and 1 no.
Okay.
Okay, so then we go with why don't you want to... I guess, what are boundaries? Ano ba yung
What does that
boundary
mean to
ba
you?
yan?
Boundaries, like, you don't...
Bawal dumaan.
Yeah.
Bawal umihi.
Like, you don't cross my space, my personal space.
Don't cross me.
Don't cross me, I'll cross you.
So you don't need, like, you have your boundaries, but you don't respect their boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Patay.
Apply to them, not to me.
Yeah, okay, got it.
I'll do this to you, but you can't do that to me.
Are you guys friends?
Okay, what do you, yeah, so Joe, you go first. Tell
Okay, so that's... Andrea, what are boundaries for you? What would you define as boundaries?
I don't know. As someone who's like more introverted,
yeah.
boundaries are very important for me for any type of relationship. So how I define it is more like, hey, we can do X, Y, Z. Sorry, I'm Canadian. X, Y, Z. But anything beyond that social contract, you know, either we don't engage in it, you know, I don't expect you to call me at 12 a.m. in the morning unless it's absolutely necessary, right? And I don't know, I haven't listened to the other episodes, but like there's also...
You know, homework.
There's also, like when it comes to boundaries, there's also like, what's this called? There are also sorts of ways you can show up to your friend and vice versa. So, yeah, it's kind of like super general way of looking at boundaries.
I think for me, I agree with both of your definitions. And the other thing I want to add is what I've gotten from TikTok. Of course, obviously, that's where I learned
The
everything.
source of truth.
The source of
The voice of reason.
Where it's like, you know, boundaries are things that when you cross, there are consequences.
Yes.
Yeah, so if, you know, if whatever that boundary is for your friendship or for your relationship, if you cross it, or for those other people to cross it, there are consequences. Whether that means I'm pulling away, or we'll have to talk about, whoa, why did you do that, what that means. So that's for the people who said yes. That's how we define boundaries.
My turn.
So then when you define, when you say no, were you thinking about the same boundaries that we were defining? Or how would you define boundary now you say you don't want it?
Okay, when I think of boundaries from how I understood it, of what I've seen, I guess, I don't know if I've seen it in real life, but maybe I've seen it maybe on TV or from what people, I've heard from people before, was, let's say they came from a very difficult family or a toxic family where there's a lot of trauma involved or what have you. And so for instance, this is just an example. Let's say you grew up in a household where a parent was an alcoholic, for instance. So there's a lot of, chaos in their life. So as they get older, they obviously set boundaries because for whatever reason, it's not a healthy relationship. So that's when you have to set boundaries, right? To just keep things healthy for yourself, to prevent anything for you to just live a healthy life because, you don't want that carrying you throughout your life. So for me, I think those are boundaries, healthy boundaries to set for yourself, for self-preservation. Well, not necessarily in friendship boundaries. Some people say yeah, I get it. Sometimes you have to say no for whatever reason, whatever. I don't know, whatever. I respect that. But I don't like the idea of boundaries with friendship because I feel like you're limiting yourself. But if you guys have boundaries, that's fine. I know boundaries such a what's that word, like a word,
triggering.
Not triggering, no, it's like such a word now that people use. It's overused, kind of like boundaries this, boundaries that, because for me, I think of it like, especially now when it's so overused, in my opinion, sometimes I feel like that brings out a lot of selfishness. Nothing wrong with that, but I feel like boundaries are good, but not only, but for me, like in my life, I think of it something that if you want to kind of, when you realize there's a lot of bad that comes with it, I set boundaries with my coworkers recently. You know what I mean? Like that, when I realized it's not a very healthy or happy situation, then that's when I would set boundaries to kind of you know what I mean, for self-preservation.
So it sounds like you're saying no because you feel like boundaries are only put in place in negative situations.
Yeah, when it's heading towards something unhealthy. When we have a healthy friendship, then I don't think there's a need for it until it's called for. So
I get it.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see
But
what
I get
you
it.
mean.
I do see boundaries with friends in general, and I get it because for whatever reason they need that. But doesn't mean it's in they see me in a bad light. But it's just what they need, I guess, or whatever, which is fine.
I think I see the value in that, and I totally respect that. I think where we're coming from is that the understanding that healthy relationships are healthy because of boundaries. Whereas I think, and there's value in what you're saying, where in a lot of times people use boundaries and people are aware of boundaries because their boundaries have been crossed and because they've come from unhealthy places, and so to maintain healthier relationships, they have those boundaries, and it feels very combative. It feels combative, defensive. It feels like, I guess I get what you mean by it feels limiting, because then it feels like if I'm entering into a relationship, tapos ang start ko boundaries, parang hindi ka ganun ka willing and as open into the relationship. Yeah?
You mean, is that how I view it? I mean, I try not to think like that, but sometimes it can come across like that. Yeah, sure.
I see.
It can come across like that, but I don't think so. I try not to think of it as but I respect that, I guess.
So would you say you actually don't have boundaries or expectations with your friends? And we're talking about the friends that are actually in your good books. Not like some of the friends who have okay, you've done this before, so now I'm putting this restriction, whatever. Like friends that you would consider like me.
Yes.
Do you have any boundaries
No.
with friends?
I don't think I have boundaries with friends because I don't think I have friends like that who would exhaust me that much. I don't
or who
think
would take
so.
advantage of you.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then if they do, if they are actually intentionally trying to take advantage of me, I don't necessarily see it. I look past that. I don't know what it is. Someone probably would have to point it out to me. And you guys know me. You guys have pointed out stuff where I don't see.
That's right.
Maybe am I choosing not to see, or I just don't see it? I don't know what it is.
Maybe because you have a heart that is pure.
Wow!
Purely.
Or am I just naive? No,
naive.
I think also, naive or denial. I don't know what it is.
That's what a pure heart is, though, because you always
very trusting.
You're very trusting. You don't see the bad in other people. If you do, it's almost like they need to be so terrible at you to be like, oh my goodness,
Yeah, it
they
takes a
are
while.
doing something bad to me.
Yes, and which you guys have, you guys were all friends, and you
Yeah.
guys have pointed out stuff like behavior that I did not recognize as bad behavior.
Yeah.
And, until it gets to a point where
Yeah.
it started makes me feel, bad.
Yeah,
And
for
then-
for context, Steph has had people that she's considered friends because you were friends,
Yes.
and then they acted in a very specific way, and then Steph was sharing with us how they were acting, and Andrea and I were like, and Joe were like, "That's not a friend."
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
not.
that's what Steph was referring to for now she set some boundaries with those people. She's like, oh, I see that now, that you
I
might be
see
taking
the
advantage
behavior.
of me
It takes-
or the behavior.
Yeah, it takes a while for me to recognize it, until, a few times. I think because, I like to see the best in people. Or, I
Mhm.
don't know. Who knows? It's just me personally.
And I think for
Yeah.
the most part, we like to treat people. We treat people the way we want to be treated.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
then you want to trust these people because you're like, I want you to trust me. Like I want to be
Yeah.
open and honest about this relationship, and I want to build friendships with you. And then so I don't assume bad things about your actions
Yeah.
until I say them out loud, and people are like, actually, I think they had bad intentions.
Yes, it takes a while, unfortunately for me. But yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good situation. We'll
No,
talk about that
yeah.
maybe next time.
But yeah, I'm interested to know about you guys and why you guys set your boundaries. For what reasons?
So much trauma.
Is it trauma? Joe.
Me, because I don't like people.
I don't like
Period. I just feel like, guys, that's it.
True, but in terms of friends,
Yeah.
Hindi po sila people.
monsters like no, I really don't like when friends are nangialam. They meddle with your.
They meddle.
They meddle with your
Oh, they
stuff.
meddle.
life,
Okay.
okay.
Interesting.
Or like keeps asking me questions about parang hindi na normal na
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
kumain ka na ba? Saan ka galing? Sino kasama mo? Like, who the heck are you?
You're not my mom.
You're not even my jowa, no? No, but
I
friends
see
like
what you mean,
that, parang,
yeah.
ano ba? It's nakakasahal.
Like overbearing.
pero-
right?
Overbearing.
I would like to say that some people like that kind of friend.
Yes,
True.
but not me.
Yes,
but
but
if
not
they're
you.
my friends, they
Yes.
would know me.
Exactly.
Right? They
Yeah.
would know me like, no.
It-
I like
yeah.
my independence, so you don't have to even check up on me.
It really comes
Yeah.
down to, again, why do we have friends? I don't know if this
Yeah.
was covered from your other episodes.
Maybe.
Why do we have friends?
Sort of, but you can answer it.
Yeah.
Why do you have friends, Andrea?
Because we are a social animal and we like that's just-
Just animals.
we're social animals. We-
Wild animals.
Part of our survival is to be with other people, right?
Yes.
True. Basta yun lang yung for me. Like
Mm.
if I feel like it's
You're
choking me,
overbearing, yes.
choking
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
life out of me. It's like too much.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You don't need to know certain things about me. Kasi why?
Mhm.
What's the reason behind it?
Yeah.
Do you really just care? But if a person would keep asking you things like that, it's like no.
Oh.
May hugot siya. Parang may friend na na-unfriend dahil dyan
Or sino
Sino ex-friend? Sino itong
Well,
ex-friend?
ang ex-friend-
Itago natin siya sa pangalan na.
No, ang mga ex-friends, you know, di ba sabi sa inyo, I don't
You know
mourn
what?
them, I just bury them.
Bury them alive.
That's what she seriously said. She said she buries them alive.
She buried them alive, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No mourning or like no regrets. I just bury you alive. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So when you set boundaries, it's basically when they go into that line of questioning, and that which you don't really necessarily.
Yeah, or like,
No, I
yeah.
think-
you kind of set a boundary that way.
It sounds like her boundary for herself is that she wants to keep certain things private. And as friends, you need to be able to respect that.
okay,
And,
and then we
you-
have to recognize that about her, so we shouldn't. Okay, got it. I'm taking notes, Joe.
when people do that to me, I just withdraw. I don't
Oh,
answer
You
that.
don't
all
confront.
like,
Yeah.
I won't. Like, bala ka dyan.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Read the room.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Oh,
Read the
interesting.
text.
Or like sometimes when you're on your own time,
Yeah.
and then you get so busy, and someone's trying to call you or what, then pag nakita mo sasabihin sa'yo na parang, salamat sa pagsagot ha. Na
Ay.
parang sarcastic, di ba?
That's
Parang,
Oh, I see.
first of all, hindi mo nga alam kung anong ginagawa ko.
What I'm going
Passive
through.
aggression.
So-
Yes, that's what
Parang-
it is.
Yeah.
Ayoko na kausap eh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Parang
Yeah.
you can assume whatever you want, but you don't know what's going on
With my life.
sa time ko at that time that you're
Yeah.
trying to reach out or what. Right? So it's not all about you.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's about me. Okay?
It's all me.
And I can also relate to you at Joe because I've had friends that I demoted,
Ayan, na-demote.
or even like just an ex-friend, and it really is because of them giving me unsolicited advice.
Oh.
It's like advice or life lessons. I'm doing an air quotes for things that I don't really need to hear. Right? I don't need you to comment about how my house is. I don't need you to comment how I do certain things. I don't need your life lessons being implemented into mine. So when I hear things like that, for me, that's kind of like not a trigger, but
Oh,
a
it is,
pet
yeah.
peeve,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? I don't like it when people think that I should live the life I need to live just based on their
Perspective,
observations
yeah.
and their perspective. And that's when I set the boundary. I'm like, this is not the person that I need to be
You
hanging
ain't
out
my
with.
friend no more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's more of like, thank you, but not really.
Thank you, next.
Both are just
Yeah.
like
No, I agree. I think it's one of those where I think it sounds like what I'm hearing from the both of you is that there are people who've overstepped
Oh,
how
yes.
I guess how important they are in your lives, where they assume that they had access. For Joe, they had access to that information of how are you doing, or they had access to her time. Na, I'm so important to you. You should be responding to me. And for Andrea, it's more like these people have mistakenly assumed that they had authority to speak into your life,
Yeah.
to give you advice about, dapat ganito ka sa work.
Oh,
Alam mo
yeah.
kasi dapat ganito yung ganito. Like, do this, do
Like,
that,
I don't
do
need
that.
to hear
Like, I
that.
have a follow-up question with Andrew.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Ayan
go
na.
ahead.
No, in relation to that, no. Would you take it differently if it's coming from someone you're very close with?
Ooh, great question. Like if it was my mom or my siblings or my cousins.
Or a very close friend?
Or, I guess, to add to her question before you answer,
Yeah.
are there friends who have that, who are on that level, that can speak into your life and give you quote unquote unsolicited advice? And they're unsolicited not because you don't trust them, but because maybe you haven't asked about it yet, but they see you and they know you, and they're just like, Andrea, we noticed this, ganyan, ganyan.
That's a good question. So for the pet peeve I was talking about, it was really a friend of us, like a seasoned friend. Like they were a good friend during
At one
a
point.
time of my life. And then the thing is, I don't know, again, I keep referring to other episodes, but like I'm really good at keeping friends. But at the same time, over time, I realized over the years that sometimes, diba, there's a season, there's a friend for a moment, there's a friend for a season, and there's a friend for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And what I struggle with is the friends for season because I feel that when I lose ties with these people, or I'm starting to realize I lose ties with these people, the word in Tagalog is sayang. Sayang naman yung friendship na yun. It's such a waste. But sometimes it's just how life works.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Yes.
But in the context of them giving unsolicited advice, it's not what I needed to hear at that time. Now, going back to your question, if it was a friend for a lifetime, like I've known this friend, they've seen the good, they've seen the bad, I would take that unsolicited advice, especially if it was something that was affecting our relationship, it was affecting other people's relationship. I take that advice. It was more of like, you're looking out for me. I'm hearing what I needed to hear right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be coming from someone, I would listen to it from someone who's a friend for a lifetime. Friends first, again, depending. Maybe that friends first season, they were there at that moment, and they are telling me what I needed to hear. But in the context of like, you're just giving advice, and you don't even have your own home, right? Or like you don't even like.
You're not in a relationship, and you're telling me how to run my relationship.
Freaking yes! I do that all the time.
Ikaw pala ang problem.
She's describing something.
Like
Itago natin siya sa pangalang Joe.
you're advising me about work, and we don't even do the same work.
Or unemployed ka pala.
Exactly. That's the worst, right? So again, like if that was the case, I would not listen to your advice.
Can I just challenge that too? Not challenge, actually.
Yeah.
It's somewhat on the same level.
Yeah.
Because sometimes friends who you think are really close to you, somehow they can't read you well. But those who only know you for a brief moment know you well.
Yes.
So they know you well, and then those times I allow them to speak into my life.
Yeah.
Because they know you so well. For some reason, for whatever reason, they're able to process things. Like they listen to you well, and they give advice. Any advice actually from me, I never think any advice coming to me is unsolicited. Any advice I'll take because I feel like it's a gift from anyone. At that point, so I'm different. I like to listen to any kind of advice, and
Fair.
whether or not I take it, it's just whatever. I'll take it, but who knows if I actually will follow through with it.
You'll take it at face value.
Exactly. I'll take it at face value. It gives me stuff to think about, and I appreciate that. But yeah, like it's so interesting because I do have friends who are close to me, but then those who just meet for that season or it's very brief, even a brief encounter, they're not even real friends. Like they're actually people that you just has entered your life for a brief moment. For whatever reason, that encounter, they know you well enough and be like, can I say something? They obviously ask permission. It's like, you strike me as someone as like this, and this, and this. Have you ever thought about this? I think about, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And then and they know we're just strangers and just like something they just want to leave you with. And then for me, like, I appreciate that. I'm like, wow, because whatever reason they somehow remind me or they can read me well. So anyways, that's going back to what you were saying about advice.
Yeah, I think what you're getting at, Steph, is that there's a context beyond just how close you are to people. And I think the other thing that, even, Andrea, what you're saying, I think even the other thing is that sometimes you can really tell the intent of people.
Yeah.
You know, like if you can tell sometimes when people come to you and they're like,
that's true.
I don't know you, I know you don't know me, but I've seen how you were doing this. I really want to encourage you. I think you should look into a career in X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Or, I love how you dress. I love how I think you should really think about, I don't know, posting about your clothes.
But it's true,
or whatever.
though. Like, they saw me. It's like, I think you should go into modeling, for instance.
Wow!
No, of course you don't listen to that.
It's selective. Yes. Like, I like what I'm hearing now. But yes.
Go on.
Tell me more. But yeah.
Nakakahiya, but go on.
But it's context, like you said, maybe it's a time of your life. It's like in that you actually need to hear something like that for whatever.
Yes.
It sits well with you. Sits well.
Yeah,
with
I
you.
think it's
like exactly what you said. Sometimes you're just not ready to hear certain things, and it's just like it doesn't land well. Whatever. And you're just like.
But I think where Andrea's getting at though is that there are people who assume that they can do that.
Yes.
And then not deliver it well. Because even in your example, Steph, right? Like the people who mentioned that one asked you, can I actually just say something?
Permission.
Permission.
Yeah.
And then so I think for Andrea, it's like these people who assume that they don't need that permission.
Because they think we're close when we're not.
Yeah. Know your place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I have a problem with. But I think in terms of friendship, what's really important is the dimension of timing. Wow.
Elaborate.
That's true though, right? Sometimes you just need.
Sounds like physics.
You just need that friend at that specific time to say whatever you needed to hear at that time.
Yeah.
Whereas you're right. You brought up a really good point.
Yeah.
We have what I call legacy friends.
Friends we've
Friends we've had for a long time. Friends we've had for a long time, and then you're like, what the hell? They don't understand me at all.
Yes.
They know nothing about me. They don't know how I function. They don't know what my fears. They don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what my dreams are, and yet they've known me the longest time.
Yeah.
And yet they're still your friends.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Basta ako sila outside the wall.
That was the other one kasi that Joe kept talking about in a previous episode.
Yeah.
That she has a wall.
Ah.
So her levels are how close the people are to the wall.
Are they all like langaw? Lie on the wall?
Pretty much. If only we can be the flag.
Man, if I made it on the wall, I made it too.
Yeah.
I see how it is at the Joe.
Nakapasok ka. No, but it's interesting because I think, Andrea, you're touching on that sometimes the boundaries apply differently to different people
Yes.
and in different contexts.
Yeah.
And it's not as rigid as, I don't want my friends to tell me advice,
Yeah.
right? Like if it's somebody who's a better musician than you, even if you're not that close, and then comments on your art, that's something that you, from my understanding of you, like that's something you would welcome. Maybe depending on their attitude too and how they say it.
Yeah.
But that's something, okay, I can learn something from you because in terms of context, you are good at what you do. So maybe we're not that close, but I'll let you speak into that part of my life because that's something you're good at.
Yep.
But then some other people need to know their place where it's
Yep.
like they're speaking into something that they're not good at and they also don't have any authority being in that space.
Yeah. Authority or like just again not reading the room that maybe I didn't need to be told a certain thing or to be given an advice.
Mhm.
Right? Sometimes, okay guys, you need to keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
All the time.
All the time.
May hugot ka din, ah.
That's interesting. So you guys are so alike that way.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Mhm.
I find
What
that
about us?
We're both models.
We are obvious.
We're obviously both models.
I'm not saying. Come on.
We take advice from modeling agents.
We don't need that. But, no, but like, would you say you welcome opinions regardless?
I do. I actually do.
Me too. That's why I think
do.
we're like that way.
I
We're
do.
You're just being
opposite.
polite.
No, but
No, legit.
I think
I welcome it. Like, doesn't matter timing for whatever reason. I don't know what this says about me. I'm just always seeking that. That means I just don't have a mind of my own. I don't know what I'm doing.
because you're just pretty. You're just a model.
I have
You're sponge. You're
You're
sponge.
Yeah, or
I was gonna
I
say you're
don't know.
SpongeBob.
No, which is good. It shows that you guys are pretty independent. You kind of know yourselves well enough. Maybe we don't know ourselves well enough. or
No, I
we
think
just-
for me, I'm more self-reflective.
yes.
So
me
when I
too.
get advice and even unsolicited advice, and it will irk me the same way sometimes to Andrea. It's similar with Andrea, where it's like,
Yeah.
why are you talking
it
to me like
doesn't-
this? I don't. Like
This is not what I
But
want to
whenever
hear.
whenever that happens to me, I would usually sit and be like, why do I feel that way? Is it because they're telling me something I don't want to hear because I'm avoiding that truth?
Oh, I do think that's true. Yeah.
Or similar to Andrea, like I'm annoyed because of their timing, because of how they said it, because I can tell they just feel like they're better than me. Because there are people like that who are just like, you need to dress up better, you need to do this, and I'm like,
Oh, it comes off.
That's exactly
condescending.
yeah, like
people
where
I
it's
don't wanna hang out
condescending,
with.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Because there are, and everybody wraps it up as advice. But
Yeah.
really, sometimes they're just condescending, backhanded compliments that are like,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you off because I feel like I'm better
I'm
than
better
you.
than you.
Right? So when things
I
don't land with
see.
me,
Yeah.
I sit and think through, is it a me issue? Like, is this a truth that I'm avoiding? That's why it hurts because
Yeah.
I know it's true because I haven't been processing.
So
I don't
you're
want to
just
deal
in
with it.
denial, like, that
Yeah,
kind of-
and then they brought it up. Like, how
Yeah.
dare you bring up something I've been denying? Right? Like, then if it's that, then I'm like, okay. Then I keep to myself and think through that and pray about it.
Yeah.
Or if it's like, why is it not sitting well with me? I'm like, cause I can tell you're not actually telling me this to
They're
make
just, like,
me
projecting.
better.
They're just, like, projecting it
or like
away.
you can tell that they don't care about you. Right? Like there are people who can give you advice that hurt. But you can tell they actually care about you. And they're like,
I do that all the time.
ikaw na naman. And then there are people who you can tell just need an excuse to point out your mistakes and to point out bad things about you.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not coming from a good place.
So it's like a
Yes.
reflection of their insecurity, maybe.
Insecurity, or they're just rude. They just
Yeah.
want to put you down. There are
Interesting.
people who, and like I've learned that there are people who are just rude and just want to put other people down.
Or like just lack self-awareness.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not they're not putting weight on how it could hurt other people or
Yeah.
how they come off as
Yeah.
arrogant or
Mhm.
just like I don't know, a
Mhm.
bad friend really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me tell you something. So with some of my close friends, if I tell them something, like I'm brutally honest with it,
Mm.
I really don't care if they get hurt. But I will make them realize why I said what I said.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Mm.
So you.
It's not to offend them.
Yeah.
It's like it's more of because I want you to be better.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or because I want you to go through this in a certain way that will help you eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what a good friend does, right? You explain, you give the rationale why you're saying this, because when you say it as is, it might come off as rude. It might come off as like, what the hell are you talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Versus a good friend would be like, I'm saying this to you because points 2, points 3. It really is from coming from a place of love,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Especially when the friend is always having the same problems over and over.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Para kilala ko na naman to.
No.
Itago natin sa pangalang.
Tago mo na lang. Period.
Huwag na siyang pangalanan.
But really,
You're right,
that's
you're right.
just how it is. Like,
Yeah.
You're so right.
no, it's not because to offend you, but sometimes you need to hear it over and over. Para
Yeah.
pumasok sa utak mo.
Yeah.
Ano yung sasabi ko? It's
Yeah.
not for me, it's for you, really.
And you know what? I do want to say that kind of tough love doesn't work for everyone.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Yes,
some
I
people
agree.
might see it as, oh my goodness, you're a terrible person for saying that to me. But I do have friends,
Mhm.
right? I again, I haven't aired
Quote unquote na naman po.
because this also applies to close relatives that I'm close to.
Mhm.
I give them that tough love,
Yeah.
but they understand that like social contract is one. I'm giving you tough love because this is the only way I can communicate to you,
Mhm.
and I'm giving this because I want you to hear it from a place of love, and I know other people are not gonna say it to you,
Yes, true.
right?
Mhm.
It's coming from me, and I know you. There's a lot of weight in what I'm saying to you because I know you will at least listen to me. If it
Mhm.
comes from other people, whether it's your siblings or like friends that don't understand how you think, it might come off again as unsolicited advice, and you're not going to listen to them because we have that deep relationship. I'm able to be a little bit more tough, and it's because I want them, as what you said, to be better.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because I think because of my people pleaser personality,
Tendencies. Mhm.
I don't think I can ever do like tough love,
Mhm.
or like even my sisters would say like, you're not a good friend for not saying anything. I'm like, listen, no one can handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. As famously said by Jack Nicholson, they can't honestly handle the truth. And maybe because also maybe me, I wouldn't want them to give me tough. Maybe it's also a reflection of me because I would maybe I can myself can't handle the truth if if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I am not, and I don't think I can ever be at a level where I can give tough love or tell them, like, hey, this is how I see it, because I'm afraid of hurting their feelings, or
Yeah.
like, I don't want them to kind of question my, our friendship,
Yeah.
and I don't want to risk that. I'm too scared, like,
Even
to do
with
that.
so what about with your sisters?
Oh yeah, no.
You
like,
can call them out.
no.
You can give them tough love.
No.
You still don't. You still can't give
No,
tough
I
love
think
to your
because
sisters.
I don't know if it's just the three of us are just very sensitive. We're all sensitive.
Oh.
So yeah, no. And then I maybe like, let's say if I were to like like truly tell them how I truly feel, not feel, but like how I perceive things. I just don't want my perception to be like, well, you're wrong, your perception is wrong, this and that. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be, like I said, not confrontational. And I just don't want it to, and I'm all for peace, and then, sure. The truth will never come out, I guess. I'll die with it.
I'm good with peace even if it's the Lulu piece.
Exactly.
Don't you think it's better to
I agree.
give tough love rather than let them live in denial?
No, yes. But at the same time, it's your
But
life.
somebody else should do it.
It should not be me.
I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. That is a good marker of a friend, for to be able to speak
Yeah.
the truth, and and they know that they are comfortable in their friendship. You know what? No, they know that they're not going to risk their friendship because they trust. But for me, I just don't feel comfortable. Because I don't think I can ever get to that point, doing that.
And I guess it also depends on your relationship with the person that you're telling it to, right?
Yeah.
You're saying it to.
I mean, if it's if it's something like, if it's life or death, I will speak up. But for me, I always think of if my sister is doing something I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, that for me, bottom line is it's their life. I'm not gonna interrupt. It's not, in my opinion, hurting anyone. It's their life. Bahala, kind of like that.
Ka na sa
Yeah,
buhay mo.
whatever.
Do
You
your own thing.
Do your own thing. Learn from it.
Yeah.
Like, who am
Malaki ka
I?
na.
I'll keep my opinions to myself, type of
Hindi ka na
thing.
bata.
If it was me, I would not necessarily do that. But then,
But you do you, boo.
you do you, boo. I always say that at work. You do you. Like,
You do
when
you,
someone disagrees
boo.
with someone, they come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, so and so did this, blah blah blah." I'm like, whatever. You
You
do
do
you. And she'll let you do you, and everyone just mind your business, like type of thing.
I have a question, Steph. So, would you want other people to give you tough
Like I
love?
said, yes,
Okay.
because I'm always open to
Advice.
advice.
Noted.
Speaking of,
So here's the list. Steph, this really is an intervention for you.
Where do we start?
lay it on thick, Like, I feel like I'm so used to it. I think because I'm used to it because that's how I was raised. Like, my dad always gave us tough love and be like this, and this, and so I'm used to getting it, but I'm not used to
Giving it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm okay with
Because you see
it.
the value in it. Because you're okay in receiving it.
But I've seen where I see other people don't receive it well. It makes me nervous.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? It makes me nervous. I don't
So
want to.
there's fear in there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
fear. Like, I feel like, oh my gosh, am I gonna hurt them? Am I gonna insult them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I don't want to be the reason of make them feel like have, I don't know, I don't know. I don't want it to be cause any pain or anything. And yeah, that would, in the end, it's kind of selfish on my end too, because in the end I'm talking about my own
Comfort.
my own comfort, and in the end it could benefit them. But like I said, their life, so whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, malaki ka na.
Yeah, I mean,
You do you.
Yeah. But I always welcome them the other way around, like you said, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like, I can handle the truth.
Okay, be ready.
I mean, I might cry.
Number one.
I might cry to myself to sleep, but I'll be okay. Our friendship will be okay. Don't worry about it.
I might cry, but I'm alive.
We're still friends. All good.
You might be demoted, but you're still a friend.
10 meters off the wall.
Squash.
Oh my gosh.
No, what's interesting for me is that I think a lot of it is, like the whole tough love, while Joe and Andrew were talking about it, is really dependent on the nature of the relationship. Like, I think there are friendships that you have where you don't have to explain why you're doing what you're doing to them. Where you could be as tough to them as you want, and they actually understand that you love them so much. This is just you loving them. You know, where you don't have to go spell out, this is for your own good because of X, Y, and Z. You just be like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And they understand that you're coming from a good place because you've established that trust and that safety in that relationship.
If I was at a team's meeting, I'd raise my.
Hey,
You guys at a team's meeting and raise your hand.
Yes, Miss Steph.
No, okay, this is what I've noticed about me. Going back to me.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't really say much. And so when I do raise concerns, not really, say the truth.
So fake concerns?
Not a truth bomb or anything, but just where I do raise concerns.
Yeah.
I feel like people really do
Listen.
not listen. I feel like they take it more personally. if it's coming from me.
From you.
From me. I noticed. Okay, so Ivan, if it were coming from me versus anyone else, I feel like it will hurt you more. Is it true? Is my perception correct? No, answer me. Answer me! Don't put me so.
Wait, are we missing something?
Who's Ivan?
This happens every episode.
I mean, Joe.
I mean, sorry. Okay, so you were saying.
So I was saying, if Joe and I were to tell you the same truth, like say different times,
Yeah.
if it were coming from me versus coming from her, how would it land if it was coming from me?
I think it would land relatively the same way.
Are you sure? I doubt.
Yes.
I don't know.
The difference is, Joe would say it directly. You would take a bit of time to wrap up to get there. Yeah. So there's this thing that we're talking about, and this. I don't know how to say it, but you have this behavior that it's not always naman like that, but sometimes when so maybe you think it's landing worse because by then I'm just like, just tell me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for real. Okay. I'm gonna
Do you already have your list?
Because Exhibit A, back in. Okay, because I just noticed from people in my life in general, historically, I noticed when it's coming from me, I think it's much. I don't know. I maybe that's why I kind of don't solicit as much anymore.
I wonder if it's those one specific people, and two, maybe you've misinterpreted how they're reacting. Because did you ever ask them about how it's actually landed with them? Because it's possible that they might just be processing it in that moment. Because if, say for example, you and Joe were telling me the same thing, or even Andrea were telling me the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's a really difficult truth, a really difficult thing that you have to tell me. Regardless of which of you said it, I might need a moment to just be like, hold up.
Digest it.
Like let me figure out what you just said. Let me just kind of sort out how I'm feeling. And so and because they're tough truths, you might be interpreting that as a reflection of how the person's receiving it from you, when really it's them receiving the truth that you just handed them.
Interesting, because like my observations from people in my life, I've noticed I picked up on it. Like whenever I would deliver some, like even a minor truth or something, it whatever reason it they take it more personally. I don't know. I've noticed that.
And you've observed it with the same people receiving it from different people?
Yes.
So like for example, me specifically, you've seen how I would respond to something you say versus something Joe or Andrea would have told me?
I can't remember if I gotta...
You're gonna check your records?
I have my journal. No, but just in general, like let's say my friends, I do notice because like, and you said like, oh, I haven't checked in on them, but they would bring it up, stuff that you said this, remember? You said this. So it does stay with them. So they hold on to it.
That's not necessarily a bad thing that they hold on
It's not.
to.
That means, that's good. That means they do listen to me and they do take
They
it seriously.
value what
They value. Yeah, it
yeah.
shows like they value it.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I would say that because of that, they're more, like you said, they withdraw more. Because I think it's just I get a sense that they aren't willing to open up more now because I can see to their soul. And you know what I mean? I can see soul because I'm able to, I'm assuming, read into it. And I think for them, it's just they're not at that ready to hear more from me, you know? And I'm so grateful that they value more because I can tell that they do value what I see. But at the same time, it's very, it might be too much for them.
I think that's a good question for Joe and Andrea.
Yeah.
Because you've both mentioned that there are people you don't want speaking into your lives. And also, Joe, you've mentioned that if people cross certain boundaries with you, you're just like, I'm just going to withdraw.
Yeah.
And so for somebody like Steph who's experienced that with some of their friends, how would you respond to what she's saying?
In my past, I've withdrawn. It's more of like, hey, you are a friend from a season. I'm seeing differences in how we live our lives, how you perceive my life and how I perceive your life.
Mm.
And I think there's nothing wrong. I don't know, with Ron ghosting, you can call it whatever, but I feel like
Ooh.
I'm not the type of person to be like also writing a whole essay about why we shouldn't be
Friends.
why I'm demoting you from a friend to an acquaintance either.
Mm.
It's more of like read the room. I'm not engaging in any hey let's meet out or let's hang out, let's meet up. I think I'd like to think that if they understand where I'm coming from in that sense that I'm not trying to catch up anymore, then we'll leave it at that. Now, do I vilify them in any way? Absolutely not. I've had friends where I really had to cut off because, again, like it felt like that was the right moment to end that friendship. But I will always remember them from the good times we've had together, and
Wow.
that's how I'll always remember them on the good side,
Mhm.
right? But again, we've talked about it throughout the episode that friends come in a season, and what's important about those seasons is you really have to like be present and like cherish that friendship. And I think for me, right, don't ever think that they're always going to be there. Oh, it's so bad. It's like a trauma response.
Aw.
No,
I mean,
no,
podcast is really for people that do not want to pay for therapy.
No, don't think that they're always going to be there forever, and that's why it's always so important to just cherish the friendship that you have at that right moment, and like don't think too much about the future. Or if you do, you think of it in a light way rather than like thinking that they're always going to be there in your life. At least that's what I've learned from
Hold
friends.
on to things and people lightly.
Yeah. It's bad. I don't know if it's bad or good, but like for me, I've learned it based on past friendships where I thought they were going to be a lifer friend when they weren't. Right?
It's like the way you cope now with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, she did say it's a trauma response.
Yeah.
I mean, follow-up questions, for example, specifically within the context of not Steph, right? Like a different friend who, in a similar situation as Steph, raised a truth to you,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, whether maybe they didn't have the right to because they're not as close to you as they think they are, or maybe like what you were mentioning, it's they're living their life very differently, so their advice to you isn't really something that would apply, and that clearly they don't see the value in how you're living your life, right? But assuming this is somebody that you do consider a friend, would you just automatically withdraw, or would you actually have that conversation and say, hey friend, I did not like what you said, I actually don't appreciate that because of X, Y, and Z, blah 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 blah. Like, would you take the effort to talk to them about it? I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you where there are friendships and there are situations that it is better to just withdraw. Where it's like, I think it's very clear we're not meant to be good friends, or we're not meant to be in each other's lives, yada yada.
Yeah.
But what about for the ones that you do care about and you do value,
Yeah.
and there were things said that did not land quite well? Where do you draw the line for when you're putting in effort to try to understand where they're coming from and to let them know where you're coming from? Or where do you draw the line and just say, this is it, we're done, bye?
I actually had a good example of that. Like I had a friend in town, and I told this friend, yo, you're a bad communicator.
Ooh.
Like, I was just straight up, I don't like how you text. I don't like that it takes you 3 business days to reply
Yeah,
to
Joe.
me. Excuse me.
yo,
It's me.
No, it's just like I'm just like everybody's so glued to like this is my assumption.
Oh,
Everybody's
100%.
so glued to their phone. Why is it taking you 3 business days to reply to my text?
That just means they don't want to talk to you. Get that right.
Read the room.
So I told this person that, hey, you're a bad communicator. I think this person said something along the lines of, I'm not always on my phone. They have a profession that's, that makes them very busy. And then I think it was more just like an acceptance for me that I know this is a good friend,
Yeah.
right? I know this person. I I'd like to think that I'm a good friend to them as well,
Mm-hmm.
but because of their style of communication is something that is not meeting my need, would I cancel them immediately? Not really,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because when they're in town, they always reach out to me and say, hey, let's hang.
Yeah.
Right?
That's huge. Yeah.
And I value that.
Yeah.
And this person spends hours with me when they're
Here.
in town.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what is a gap here? It's like work. What is the gap here, Andrea? I think the gap is there is a certain need that I have that is not being met by this friend.
Mm-hmm.
So now, what's the solution? Go find other friends.
Agree.
Right? Go find
Easier
I want to
said than done.
I
right?
won't keep people.
No, but Andrea's keeping that friend.
I'm keeping this friend, but I'm also acknowledging that this friend
Cannot fulfill that specific need.
cannot fulfill the specific
because you
need
like
I
the
have.
friend.
Like the friend in what way?
Like,
Kaibigan o kaibigan?
No. I like this friend because this
She
friend
values this
no,
friend.
it's
value
because
this friend,
they have other
exactly.
qualities and
Yeah.
things that they've done. Doesn't mean like one
Yeah.
little flaw. We all have flaws. Nobody's perfect
yes.
here.
This is not the friend that I'll be texting every day.
exactly.
But this is the friend that I would schedule ahead and then
Exactly.
spend the whole day with.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think this friend would be for me if I need, like, if I am actually in need.
Yes.
Right?
So like, they're not the ones who will respond right away to things.
But-
But if something happens, they'll actually be like, Andrea, what's up? What do you mean?
Would they be my emergency contact? Absolutely not. You know what I mean?
Don't
But-
call me. Call 911.
Call 911, exactly. So it's like, I think that's really important in any type of friendships because friends are very complicated. Like, friends
Relationships
sound
are
so
complicated,
simple, but they're so nuanced and they're so
Yes.
complicated.
Yes.
Like in this case, it's like, yeah, do I keep this friend when they can't meet my need of like being overly text? And I'm not an over texter. It literally is. I'm asking you how you're doing, or even just like a simple question. Like, and again, we're all on our phones. It's not like you live in a freaking cave, right? So, but then I'm asking myself, is that worth canceling this friend? Not really. It's just what I'm hearing from myself is it's a need that's not being met, and I'm pretty sure that need can be met through other people, through other interactions.
I get it.
So there are friends that are worth the conversation.
Yes.
That's why you had that difficult conversation.
Yes.
And then their answer was like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand that. So they were not planning to, there wasn't like a change in behavior. It was more like, I'm explaining to you why I can't do it. And you're like, okay, I understand why you can't do it. Then that's not an expectation we're going to have in this relationship.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then even at the beginning of the episode when I mentioned the other friend, really what it came down to is, again, this friend was just a friend for a season. So it was more of like, is it okay to cancel them or withdraw? For me, yes.
Absolutely.
Right? Because it was also, even before they were a friend, like the level of interaction was still limited. Now it just became more limited. Right?
So what about you, Joe? In that situation of similar to Steph, where somebody mentioned something, somebody was overbearing with you, and then when do you decide that this person, I'm just gonna withdraw from them? Or like Andrea,
Same day, same time.
or like
Immediate cutoff.
like, are there friends who like are worth you telling them, be like, I don't like this. Why do you keep doing this? Like, are there people who are worth that conversation? I know we've talked about second chances, and you said that's not
No
a
second
thing.
chance.
But this is
I'll
not
tell
a
you
second
something.
chance
Okay,
naman
I'll
eh.
tell you a situation that happened to me before.
Game.
I think there's two.
Ayan.
So this two different people.
Person A.
Person A. So this person, I met them at work, my old work, and then this person, we got, not I wouldn't say like super close friends, just friends. But we went to a concert before. We went to a concert. And we're just trying to be close naman, but not really like friends. Okay? So it's like
The
friendship is
beginnings of a friendship.
Like you're just
Yeah.
hanging out. You're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just me and her.
Mhm.
Then we went to see a concert, and then she was the one driving. And when we're on the way back, she's driving kind of frantic driving.
Yeah.
But she knows how to drive like really good.
Mhm.
Then she was telling me na nag-racing daw siya before, blah, 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 blah. So I guess for me, it's like, you know, when there's like a sudden stop or like very
Yeah.
close to the other car,
Yes.
Gosh.
I think I kind of reacted.
Yes.
And then she went to the side of the road, parked and say, "Do you want to get out of the car?"
Oh my god.
Like, yeah. And I thought she was kidding, but no, she was dead serious.
Did you get out of the car?
No,
Okay.
I just kept quiet until we got back,
That's so weird.
and that's it.
That's rude. That's rude.
And that was the end of that.
That's the
friendship.
end of it.
That was
Well,
the
that's
last time you saw
fair.
this person.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think that makes sense for that one because you're
That's
just
weird.
starting out the friendship.
Yeah.
And you're fearing for your life. Like I think it's
Yeah.
fair for you to be like, wait, why do you drive like this?
And you know,
Uh,
if you're coming out of concert,
Yeah.
the traffic will be crazy, right?
Terrible, yeah.
So everyone wants to get on their way, but like I was so shocked when she said that.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
You know what
Wow.
she's up to now? Is she still racing?
She's
Yeah.
retired.
Is she still alive?
She's a,
Oh my gosh,
she's
she's
a little,
older.
she's a little cuckoo.
What's
I
your other
guess.
scenario?
And then so person B, the other story.
Yeah.
Also from work. But excuse me, this one. So we had a work friend. She doesn't really like to dress up or-
makeup.
Mhm. sorry, excuse me.
No worries.
Oh no.
I was just gonna say, lesson is before at the Joe ends. Lesson is don't be friends with your work friends.
I know. I was gonna say. I think the issue is that they're work friends.
Yeah, the people from work, don't be friends with them.
Oh, that's another episode in and of itself.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Season work friends
Bye.
versus episode 3.
So anyway, so this person who doesn't like to dress up, trying to help her to be a bit more presentable. It's still an office. So this other person that we were kind
Person
of
C,
the person B,
person B. Okay.
she when we actually we help the other person C,
Mm.
we help her to dress up and like cut her hair like new
Wow.
look.
Wow, makeover.
Person B didn't like that. She accused us of bullying her and doing whatever we want with her. And that's it. That's it. Only takes one thing.
Oh.
But you guys had good intentions though.
Yeah, but she was really like yelling at us, telling us that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think Steph, the difference is like it's not so much that all tough love or crossing boundaries are all the same.
Yes, I see what
So
you're
I
saying.
think like like with
Depends,
Andrea's
yeah.
with Andrea's situation, the friend was crossing a boundary of hers where it's
Yeah.
like I need you to be communicative.
Yeah.
But this friend was a good friend to her. So Andrea was like, let's have this tough conversation.
Yeah.
And so she had that tough conversation. And it sounds like the friend received it well.
Because I didn't say that she was a bad communicator per se.
You
said-
just called out how she was
Yeah,
responding.
I was like, I just don't like that you don't text me at, an appropriate amount of time. But
Mm.
they had an excuse, and if anything, what it came down to was just I'm gonna pick my battle, and this is not the battle I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick today.
This is not the battle that I want to end our
Yeah,
friendship.
exactly.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there was that communication, but that was because of the relationship that they had, right?
Yeah.
And then with Joe's examples, I think with the first one with person A, the relationship was just starting.
Yeah.
So I think person A took Joe's comments as like judging her. And so she responded very
Over the top.
over the top and was like, get out of the car then.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's definitely that where maybe Joe wasn't even trying to give tough love. It was just like, just a comment. But maybe to person A, it felt like
Yeah.
tough love and you don't have the right to give me this conversation right now. I'm the one driving you, blah, blah, blah. And so she reacted and overreacted. And so
Yeah.
because she overreacted, now Joe's like, That's not a friendship worth pursuing.
Yeah.
And then with person B and person C, person B was judging Joe's intentions. And not
Yeah.
just judging Joe's intentions, but basically calling her a bad person.
Yeah.
So I think there's a difference in tough love where you're telling somebody a truth that they need to hear. And then like Joe was saying, person B was yelling. Right? Like
Yeah.
person B was yelling
Yeah.
and judging Joe and was saying, you're a villain. You're the bad guy in this
Yeah.
story. So I think,
It's
it's
different,
appropriate response for her to be like, nope,
Yeah. Cut
this is
you
not
off.
worth the conversation.
Yeah.
And so I
yeah.
think what that means for you then, Steph, for all those different situations where you brought up the hard truth and you feel like people pulled away, I think it'll be good to revisit them and be like, what was the friendship like? Was it because we're not close enough? That's why they
No,
didn't
we're
receive
close.
it?
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Mm.
We were close. So close, and then so you're just having a tough conversation, basically. That's when I mean, in all relationships and friendships, I think that's where I kind of look at things differently from you guys. That's okay. We have difference of opinions.
It's not okay.
I don't like to end friendships, and like I said, like for me, my basis is no one is perfect. We're all gonna have flaws,
Mhm.
and I like to once I make friends. So friends are so hard to come by, and yeah, some of them don't last longer because situations or whatever, because
Yeah.
they drift apart or they move away. So or you move workplaces or whatever.
Or you don't
But-
like them.
Oh no, that's the thing. But you don't. If you don't like them, you don't.
You know, you
you
should've
don't.
not
You
been
aren't
friends.
friends to begin with.
Yeah.
But I try to hold on to friends
Mhm.
when I can, and I don't like to write anyone off because I just, part of relationships is you're gonna have ups and downs, and that's life, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No one's perfect, and then I accept you. Remember, Joe, you said in One of Real Friends, they accept you for who you are.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm not gonna write you off. And then just like I'm hoping as well that you guys won't write me off for any of my shortcomings or what have you. And it's just like,
No, we'll just be brutally honest.
yeah, there you go.
And then Steph's just gonna cry herself to sleep, but she'll be
Right,
alive.
She'll be okay.
And then, that's okay. We'll have a tough conversation. That's part of friendship.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time, bad time, but that's life, right? Life is like
Yeah.
you're there for each other through ups and downs, and then I mean that's the test of friendships in general, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes life puts you through and they test you in different ways. They test your friendship, and you just have to kind of hope that you both will survive that test. And then honestly,
And I
that's
think thanks for sharing. I think what I really feel strongly about is what Andrea mentioned, where it's like friendships are just so nuanced,
Yes.
right? Like there's, as much as we tried, like this is the second episode now, the second hour where we've been
Yeah.
talking about friends, and I think the more we're talking about it, the more we uncover different levels, different categories, different
and how we perceive them,
and how we perceive
we all
them.
perceive them
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah, and then in different ways of
Yeah.
handling them. Like we could it sounds like we agreed on certain categories, but even those, the way we treat them, not only how perceive them, the way we treat those
The way
categories.
we manage our friendships.
Yeah, the way we
different.
manage those friendships, and even if they're in similar levels,
Yeah.
we manage them very differently. And I think it's very telling that the fact that it's been 2 hours on the span of 2 weeks, and we're still talking about it, and we're still not done. It feels like we could do another episode on, like Andrea, you mentioned seasons a couple of times, right? Like I feel
Yeah.
like that could totally be another episode. So when do you say it was just a season of friendships, or when do you say that was totally cut off? And then the other thing that we've noticed with some of Joe's quote unquote friends is that work friends are a different category.
Yeah.
And then some of them
100
graduate.
meters out the window.
Some of them graduate into actual friends,
Yes.
and I know Steph, you have some very good friends that were from work
Yes.
that are still very good friends,
Yes.
and now are also our friends if you introduce them to us.
Yeah.
And there are some friends that are just like, nope, after we finish that workplace, we're done.
We're done.
And that feels like a whole nother episode too. And I think that's what's so special about friendships, is that it's such a complicated, beautiful, but very nuanced thing that
yeah.
honestly, like Andrea, you're right. Like it feels so simple. Everybody says, "Oh, we're friends," but it gets thrown around a lot, and people don't actually spend time talking about it. I think
It's
as
very
a culture,
complex.
and I think as a culture, we focus a lot on romantic relationships. So there are a lot of books and podcasts and shows and TED Talks about how to manage relationships, or how to get into relationships and romantic relationships, and how to build a family, yada yada, blah blah blah. But we don't talk about friendships as much, and equally as complicated, if not even more complicated.
And that's the base of all relationships.
Yeah.
Like romantic.
Yes.
Yeah, there are
relationship.
elements of friendships within a romantic relationship. That's true.
Yeah.
And so we'll let you know, guys, if we do another couple episodes on friendships, or if this is the end of it.
And
But I think we have to end the episode here. Not the conversation, but the episode.
Yes.
Friends. I'm just
That's
glad we're all friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
How close are we to the wall?
You'll find out soon.
Oh my god.
No, we should play that Friends theme song.
Oh, yeah.
So no one told you I was gonna be this way. Anyways.
Oops.
I don't even know that, but okay.
We can't sing more because it might go into copyright.
Oh,
guys.
Okay,
Anyways,
guys.
thank you
Thank you
guys.
for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Steph. Always a pleasure to have you here with us.
Yes.
Of course.
And so next week will be the last episode for the season 2.
Wow, already.
Already!
Wow.
So watch out for that, guys. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Guys, on the
Again, don't forget
podcast.
to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Comments. Comment on what are some of the boundaries that you have with your friends. Right now, our boundary with you is that we want you to engage with us. If you don't engage, we're not friends.
No boundaries.
You
no
can
boundaries,
you can engage in Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes.
So we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to connect with you.
Yes.
Let's be friends.
Connect with us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.